Let's come back to silence. And try to locate your spirit. Your spirit is there. Without her, there's no movement, no thoughts, no feelings. The spirit is present. But we want to focus our attention on her, and her alone, as much as we might be able to achieve, each one according to their level. And to come back to the silence, notice the awareness. Your awareness is shining forth from within the area of your brain. And that awareness is reporting to someone. So let's try to focus our attention on that someone. The someone our awareness is reporting to. So the more you become silent, the more you can focus all your attention on the being that cannot be seen with the mind's eye, but your intelligence can confirm to you that it must exist. This being is kept out of our sight as long as we're inside our bodies. Our bodies represent to us that being, but our bodies are distinct from that being. Our bodies will eventually expire, and that being can never expire. Our bodies will expire because the body is a combination of things. All the different cells will become other things. And then there's no more body. But the cells will continue to exist. They will be involved in different tasks and different processes. But everything that exists because it has access to the essence of being that is always and was always and will always be. And so the being that is behind your awareness is part of that essence. The being that your awareness reports to never ceases to exist. Because nothing ever ceases to exist, but different combinations become. Your body will never cease to exist, but it will cease to exist as a body. Everything that exists is eternal in some form. The energy, the force, the intelligence that builds it, something inside everything is permanent. And yet the forms, the associations, the combinations are constantly changing. And so when we're looking for the Spirit, we're looking for the part that doesn't change. That's the part that's eternal. All the forms that are changing, the different combinations of how you feel and what you're experiencing and how you're reacting to those feelings and experiences, all those are simply a form of a dress for the Spirit. They are not the Spirit. If we invest our identification in that dress, we become vulnerable to the extent that the dress is vulnerable, and every dress is vulnerable. It's the nature of a dress that it will later be undressed. And so if we identify as that dress, when we get undressed, we're going to feel like we're losing ourselves. And so we want to learn to focus on the invisible entity that is always there. She's invisible because she's so present. She was so perfectly always there whenever you were aware that you could never notice what it's like when she's missing, because there just isn't anything when she's missing. So we want to focus on that being and identify as that being, because that is the only truth. You are a being that can never change. You can experience many changes, but those changes are external to your being. Even what's happening inside your body is on some level external to your being. Your being is safe and eternal. The experiences of your being, especially when it's inside a body, can seem very unsafe and very short-lived. So return to identifying as what you are, what you always were, what you always will be. And then nothing can threaten you anymore, because you know, and more importantly, you feel who you are. And every time you open your eyes, you're there. Everywhere you go, everything you're experiencing, you're there. You leave your body, you're there. You leave your body, you're even more there. So become what you already are. What does it mean to become what you already are? It means become aware. Let your awareness reflect reality. And only then do you become, only then do you gain access to what you already are. If you're not aware of what you are, then you are not that, even though you are that, because you don't have access to it. To become aware of what you already are, so that you can have access to what you already are. And what you already are is much better than anything you've ever imagined. Take the person in history that you assume at its best. And what you are is far beyond anything you imagine that person had. Because the imagination is not capable of appreciating what you are. It doesn't have the capacity. That's why it cannot be that yet. We have to build our imagination so that it can contain our own greatness. So then we can have access to our own greatness. Our own simply meaning for the reason that we are human, that we have access to the capacity that was designed for us by the one who created us. It's not like gaining anything external. It's simply receiving access to what's already yours. You're carrying it around with you wherever you go. Return to the silence. Return to your awareness. Search for the source of your awareness. Where are you looking from? Where are you that you're looking from there? What form are you in? How can you be imagined? Come closer to the mystery. Come closer to the source of healing and relief that's right inside of you and has been the source of all inspiration since the human being evolved into the capacity of contemplating his own existence. Through that door of realizing your own presence is access to all your spiritual power. That being inside of you has tremendous power. In the physical dimensions, that power is diluted by the conflict within humanity. But in the spiritual dimensions, each one of us has access to their own reality. Each one of us has the power to interpret and become as they see fit. No external forces can take away our ability to interpret what's happening. And this power is what drives our destiny. This power is the reason for the way our experience feels. So return to your power. Own your power. Unite with your power. Don't get distracted by things outside of you. Things outside of you can never be you, and they're always temporary. But the one that you are, the one that never changes, is permanent. It's permanently aware of its own existence. And the experiences that it's having are constantly changing. A return to that unity, that point from where it all comes forth. The source that cannot be seen, cannot be imagined, cannot be contemplated, and yet we know for sure that it's there. We know that only because it's there, I can make noise right now. I return to that. The force, the power that makes it all possible. The one that knows how to run your body, knows how to run each organ, knows how to create all the movements within your nerves and your muscles in order to accurately interpret your intentions when you desire to move your body. The one that knows all that resides inside of you and is doing all that constantly. Return to that. Unite with the one that is. So that you don't forget, so that you don't mistakenly think that you're something else. Because whatever you think you are, that's what you're serving on a daily basis. So thinking who you are accurately will align your speech and your action with your true desires. So allow all of you to become one. And identify as that one.